Hello, everyone. I'm Adam with Demiplane. Thank you for joining me for today's development update and community Q&A session. We've got a big one today. Lots and lots to talk about. What we're working on. We've got a massive release for the Pathfinder Character Tools closed alpha going out this week. It's so big, I think that we're starting parts of it today, and it might not be until tomorrow before it's out. But it is massive, and we'll talk a little bit about what is going into that as we are preparing for the open beta for Pathfinder Character Tools. We are giving away a Pathfinder Nexus Ultimate Bundle today, so this is a huge, really significant value that you're getting here because there are so many Pathfinder 2 ebooks, and you're able to access those, everything that's available on Pathfinder Nexus with this Pathfinder Nexus Ultimate Bundle. So good luck on that. Follow the prompts in chat, and I hope you all win, but only one of you will. So, but I do hope you all win. And then upcoming, what is on deck, what is on the short-term roadmap after we get finished with everything that we're currently working on. We are also going to give a little bit of a streaming update. Here on the Demiplane channel, we have our development updates that you are attending right now. But then we also have our Children of Erte show on Tuesday nights as well. And we are going to be expanding that programming a good bit as we go into the back part of this year. And so we've got a new show that we are going to talk about that's coming to the channel here at towards the end of the stream, with a really great cast that's going to be involved in that. And then I have at least a minor update on our upcoming Pathfinder show, The Claw Firm, as well. So that one is coming very soon also, and you'll have more in-depth information about that before too much longer. But we are going to be announcing a new show that we're really excited about here today too. All right, latest updates. Pathfinder Nexus early access tonight. I believe it's tonight. I think it is. We have so much going on that I'm having to triple check all of my when is this thing going out or not. But it should be tonight at 2 a.m. Central, my time, midnight Pacific. The first part of Stolen Fate, the new Stolen Fate adventure path, is going out. So really excited about this one. This one has a little bit to do with the Hero deck. A little bit to a lot to do with the Hero deck. So check out this adventure path. It's going to be a good one. We are still working on the Enmity Cycle and High Helm. All of those things are going to be coming out on their release dates. We're on track for all of those things. And then on the Character Tools closed alpha, as I said, big release. We've got performance improvements, currency tracking, lore skill updates, bunches and bunches of class updates. I am going to show you a glimpse of the update notes here in a little bit. But it was so big, we're just going to kind of scroll through it a little bit for you while I talk about it a little bit. But with Avatar Legends Nexus, if you missed it last week, we have the new supplement campaign toolkit. It is called Republic City, that is available for pre-order now. We also have the ability for you to bundle this with a hardcover purchase. So you can either at Magpie Store or at the Demiplane Marketplace, you can go in and purchase a bundle that's going to give you the hardcover for this book as well as the digital Nexus version. And then we are working on the character tools. So all of this work that we are doing for piloting with Pathfinder, as I've mentioned several times in recent weeks, it is work that is applicable to all of the games that we're going to support. Pathfinder was our pilot where we could kind of figure out the lay of the land and how everything was going. We intentionally chose Pathfinder because if you've ever played Pathfinder, it's got a whole lot of crunch, and the mechanics are certainly very pretty involved. That's why digital tools are a really really big help to play that great game. And we knew that if we could pull off character tools with Pathfinder, we absolutely could do so for the other games that we're going to support. So we are working on Avatar right now. We are making screens. So I've seen some screens actually coming together. So real work is happening with Avatar. We hope to have some preview type information and screens that we can show you before too much longer. Vampire Nexus, the player's guide. We've got some pre-release errata. After the PDF has gone out, Renegade is making some updates and changes. And once we get those changes, we're going to make that available on Vampire Nexus. But we also are working on, it's not on the screen here, but we're working on Lines Drawn in Blood, which is a hunter adventure. And we're going to get that content available before too much longer as well. But similar to Avatar, we are working on the character tools here. I just saw some updated dice rolling, how to build your dice pools and so on in the digital sheet just a few days ago. Very, very exciting. I can't wait for you to be able to sink your teeth into what we're putting together for Vampire Nexus. All right, let's jump into the closed alpha update notes. And so again, this literally, I started doing this and it would have taken about 30 slides, I think, for me to put this in here on the screen. And so instead, I'm going to just kind of scroll through some of the notes here slowly. But some of the key things that are coming out of there, we've got performance updates. Tons and tons of performance updates going in here. We are getting the benefit of seeing this already in our development environments. Which is a godsend as we're trying to do work on here. Especially, I'm doing work on styling right now and being able to load characters more quickly to see if what I just did worked is a really good thing. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to see if I can successfully mute. I think I've got a frog in my throat. I'm going to have to move to somewhere that doesn't have such a high pollen count. Arizona, New Mexico, somewhere like that, maybe. But performance updates, lots of performance updates. Very, very exciting to see those performance updates coming online. Again, this is all clearing the path in preparation for the open beta. We've got archetype updates. So you've been able to select archetype feats, but this is getting the first pass on getting some of that to actually work. When you're selecting that, we've got several builder updates that are coming your way. So this is going to vary from being able to, when you make a selection, for that selection to show you what you selected, where you can make it easier to see what's going on at a glance, to styling updates throughout. Everything that you're seeing in the closed alpha has been pretty bare bones to this point, and visually things are going to definitely be ramped up as we get ready for the open beta. Sheet updates are happening here. You can track currency when this update goes live, so all of that is going to be happening. We've got lore skills that should be working. Shields, you can track hit points in the drawer there now. All characters now have a fist attack. So unarmed strike is there now and available for you. If you're a monk, that's going to work the way that it should. But if you don't want that unarmed strike showing up, you can go into the editor and hide and display any of the things that you don't want showing or that you do want showing there in that actions and activities area. So all of those things going in. We've got some ancestry updates. It is my understanding that you can select, half elf and half orc, feats or heritages rather now within the human ancestry. We've got class updates for virtually every class. We are rocking and rolling. We've actually added a new team member in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and that is working primarily on the engines side of things that we're doing. And so we're really starting to crank out a lot of these updates and get some really great progress. And then I think as we finally get down to the end of what is going to be this massive release, we've got some spell and item updates that are also going in addition to all of those class updates. So again, all of this is intended to be fine tuning that is getting us ready to release this to the public and to kind of satisfy the three S's that I talked about a little bit last week, which are going to be I'm for completely blanking on what my first S of the three S's is, and this is really bad because I talk about it all the time. So stability with the performance updates. This is the really important thing, is that we need to make sure that everything is on very firm footing, that the foundation is in place. The scope part of these S's here is making sure that we get coverage. So you see with all these class updates and spell and item updates, signature spells are going to be working as we get into this release. So all of that coverage is a really important thing. And then, as I mentioned before, also style. We want this stuff to ooze Pathfinder. We want it to feel like Pathfinder. And a little bit of that comes into theming on the character sheet, but also just when you're building a character, for that to feel like Pathfinder, and for that to be an experience that you walk away from knowing which game you just created that character for. So all of that is happening. Big release, as I said. I think we're starting things today. Probably won't be all the way out there because, again, this is alpha. We're trying to get all the pieces in place. We're not only rehearsing user flows and those kind of things, but we're also rehearsing deployment processes and everything else. So we will put this out on Discord and in the forums as soon as all of these updates are live. And feel free to come in and help us test and help us fine tune everything, getting ready for the beta. All right, I think it is time for a giveaway. We've got an ultimate bundle coming for Pathfinder. This is, as I said, just a huge value. Good luck out there. We should be giving that away any second now. All right, upcoming. So I've already talked about stability, scope, and style. From a game content perspective, we've got on the Pathfinder side, we've got Rage of Elements is out in our future. We're working on a hero deck, and so to clarify some of my comments from last week, we are going to have a hero deck. So I wanted to put that out there. The hero deck is going to be available digitally. We are working and trying to do a little bit of a stretch into making something special with that hero deck outside of giving you access to the rules of how it operates and to the card, the deck card images. So we'll see if that stretch part happens, but the deck itself will be available as a source. Alien RPG, same roadmap there to catch us up. There is a streaming update, so we have a new show that is happening, and then I'll talk about the Claw Firm. So first, on this new show, Enemy of My Enemy. We are really excited about this. We're very excited that Drac here that you see on the screen reached out to us a while back and pitched a concept that was too hard for us to resist because with Vampire Nexus and Hunter Nexus, the Hunter the Reckoning core book had been released relatively recently at the time that he started to reach out, and as this happened, we love this idea of vampires and hunters potentially working together with the enemy of my enemy. And so you see this incredible cast that we're going to have coming here, and it is going to start Friday, May 5th. So it's coming very, very soon. Very excited about this show. I think you're gonna love it. And I can't wait to see all of these wonderful performers put this together. And again, this is such a sophisticated concept, and a concept that even the games themselves kind of talk about that, like, hey, this doesn't happen really, but I love taking a concept like that and really exploring it and digging into it. And so again, we're really excited on our side. I hope that you're excited to see this. But it is going to start. Wow, we are already at the 25th of April, so it's starting here in a couple of weeks, I guess that is. But yeah, lots of movies coming out on Friday, May the 5th. But I know for sure that those movies have advanced showings on like the Thursday before. So go see the movie that you want to see on the 4th of May, where then on the 5th you can be here to watch the premiere of this. If you happen to miss it, we are of course going to have this available on VODs on our YouTube channel and all of that afterwards. But really excited about this one. Excited to be able to share that it is coming here very soon. All right. And then we've got the Claw Firm. So not too much of an update here today. I did just want to show you our wonderful cast on the overlay here. So this is these characters are super interesting. Can't wait to see. Can't wait to show you. I've seen. Can't wait to show you what's going on with the story and with the show. And we're doing a little bit of post production on it that we're wrapping up right now. We have been working with Sirenscape and Benjamin Looms at Sirenscape, who heads up Sirenscape. He has been personally DJing what's going on here. So I can't wait to show that to you as well. With what's going on with the show, but I love the characters that all of these individuals have brought to life, and you'll certainly within the next month you will have clarity within the next month on exactly when the show is coming, and all of those things. But I wanted to tease you a little bit with what's happening there. And then finally, we do have Children of Erte. There is a new episode tonight. So the last couple of episodes were pre-recorded. Tonight, it is not pre-recorded, and so I genuinely have no idea what's going to happen. That's the nature of these games. But we have so many new things that have happened, and I won't get into any spoilers. But some new story developments, and I can't wait to play tonight to see what happens next. All right, I think that is everything. Let's jump into questions. If you have questions, you can ask them right now in chat. I see a few have come through. I'll jump into these, but if you have questions, just type the word question in chat and then follow that by the question itself. And our magical demibot will collect all of those, and I'll get to as many as I can here before we close out. All right, so first, from Mayor A, is there a future where Starfighter Nexus exists? Yes, there is certainly a future where Starfighter Nexus exists. We have not formally confirmed when that's happening yet, but I don't see any future where Starfighter Nexus doesn't exist. I'll put it that way. Murgon, can you give us a hint as to whether or not the new proposed Critical Role TTRPG Daggerheart will become part of Demiplane? Yeah, can't give you a hint on anything that we are not ready to announce yet. But I love Critical Role, what they're doing, and we'll see what the future holds. Artemis Themp, is the upcoming Pathfinder show where you play Stolen Fate? No, Stolen Fate is not the content. What is happening with the Claw Firm is an entirely original, take, an entirely original take from the mind of Mark Meir. And if you happen to have seen Mark before, or happen to know him like I do, you know that he has a beautiful mind, a wonderful mind, a very engaging mind. And so yeah, the Claw Firm is something original that is happening, that we're very excited to share. Rex Verdi, what is a small feature that you're about to roll out or already have that just makes you proud to see? There are no small features. They take a ton of effort and testing. I appreciate that last disclaimer there. And our team will probably appreciate that quite a bit, as well. But yeah, that you're about to roll out or already have. Um, I think I will put. I will. There are a couple of little things that, I've been working on, kind of the look good part of, the sheet and builder, in the last couple of weeks, and I think, there is this, one little thing that now glows when you are able to go to the character sheet, because like you can't go to the character sheet, or it's not very valuable to go to the character sheet before you've, chosen, your three ABCs, in Pathfinder. And now when that, is available for you to do, the two character sheet thing is going to glow a little bit. And so I think if we're talking just super small things, it was, fun to figure out how to make that work. And, I think it is a nice little subtle touch. So I'll throw that out there personally. I'm sure everybody on our team is going to have, an answer for that. Especially, the team that's working in engines right now. There are many things that, are happening. The platform that we've put together, we are discovering that it is indeed very flexible. It is indeed very powerful, which, was the point. But it's always still a really nice thing to confirm that what you thought was going to happen happened. And so it's fun to see all of the massive amount of progress that's happening in a short amount of time now that we've confirmed what we need to in the alpha. I would be curious to ask the team this question, because I'm sure the answers would be very intriguing. All right. Tyrannus Storm. Oh, I already answered this one, I think. Any chance we'll ever see, Starfinder support? I think the chances are incredibly high that that's going to happen. And other than that, I've got one question here. So I'm going to do a final call for questions. If anybody has any questions, get them in now. Otherwise, I'm going to close out and, get back to work. Mergon, any information available on the implementation of the Game Master Guide and Advanced Player's Guide for character building? The information is, we are going to be focused on, kind of in the three S's that I threw out before. That second one is scope, and when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about coverage. So the first place that we will go, we have been focused on making sure there is coverage for everything that we would encounter in the core rule book and the advanced player's guide. So we're working through that and getting closer and closer there. We are going to start working, or let me rephrase. We have already been working. Our game content team, has already gone in and hooked up modifiers and, entered, the information needed for the various game elements to work in the character tools for all of the other Pathfinder books. The missing link right now is in the engines interpreting those modifiers. And so we are going to be, it's going to start with, rule books first. And so, you've got, game mastery guide, advanced players guide. Much of that stuff should already be in there, or it's getting close to getting in there. But then, we're going to be working through, things like Secrets of Magic and, Guns and Gears and other rule books first, because that's where you find most of your character options. But we will be working through adventure content, after that. We expect by the open beta that we won't have all of it caught up yet, but we are expecting to have, the lion's share of at least the rule book stuff in place. And if it's not in place by the time we flip the switch for open beta, it's going to be that is going to be the focus of everything we're doing, is to make that coverage happen. So, not a specific answer for you, but, an answer about how we are prioritizing our focus. And as we are kind of rounding the corner of we've got the functionality in place and the platform is ready, that coverage is going to be something that we're amping up a whole lot and focusing on. All right, I'm seeing a few questions jump in here. Time 628. Will there ever be a tutorial on how to use Demiplane? I've looked at it before and always found it confusing. I am unfortunately I don't know how to answer that too specifically because I don't know what you mean about struggling on which parts. The answer I can broadly give is yes, we will include more tutorial content over time. If you're specifically talking about group portal, video portal experience, that is something that we're not going to spend a ton of time doing tutorial style content for, because after we get character tools where we want them to be, all of that is getting a pretty big retrofit in order for it to integrate more seamlessly with everything else that is going on with the digital tools. So broadly, we will look for those opportunities to provide tutorial content, but more specifically, there's a reason that some of that doesn't exist yet, because we don't want to put the time and energy into something that we know is going to change. Anchor 89, will the story of the claw firm be based in Galarian or a custom world? More details about that soon. More details about that soon. Tarhad, is it possible for creators to create third-party Pathfinder content for Demiplane? It is not possible to distribute that at this point in time, but it absolutely will be something that will be available in the future. Murgon, any chance of a Pathfinder 2 game session hosted by Demiplane with players selected from these dev update sessions? That's something that we could think about. Yeah, we can certainly think about that. The team's pretty busy right now, and so anything like that would be kind of piling things on. But I do believe that when we get to the light at the end of the tunnel and everybody can come up for air a little bit, I think that's a great idea. We'll see what happens. Wolf learns, is it possible to get involved with the development as a new web developer? Who should I contact to discuss an unpaid internship opportunity to learn and contribute to Demiplane? At the moment, we're not taking on any or providing any internships, and currently we're not hiring. But as we look to the future, hiring is absolutely going to open up. And if we get to a point where we can support an infrastructure, we're a very small company. We don't have a lot of the kind of structure in place to adequately provide that kind of mentorship that would come with an internship. But it is something that I am sure is in our future. And as those things begin to develop, then we will certainly share them in places like this, across the forums, social media, and Discord. So keep an eye out for when we are hiring, and if and when we include any kind of internship in the future. All right, I think we are barely over time here. Got all the questions done. Thank you all for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. Very excited about our new show, Enemy of My Enemy, coming on May the 5th. So keep your eyes peeled for that. We've got a new episode of Children of Erte tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific. So hope to see you there. Otherwise, we'll catch you next week. Later, Gators.